What does it take to move between worlds, from the skies of Fly Dubai to the big screen, to sitting across from Shah Rukh Khan in an interview? Today's guest doesn't just wear different hats, she owns every room she walks into. She's a Fly Dubai professional, an MC, a film actress, and someone who has interviewed one of the biggest stars in the world. Welcome to Raw and Unseen Marketing Moves. This is Jane, and today I'm sitting down with the multi-layered and magnetic Nanini Qassim. Ninin, I'm so happy to have you here today.
Same.
And
I'm very, very happy to meet you.
Yeah, thank you. So I would like to start off with who is Ninin and what identifies you the most?
I would say the most loudest one in the room, full of life, and travels very light.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that's a couple of adjectives that I can use to define myself.
Travels very light.
Yeah, I don't hold grudges or, you did this. I just rather like, okay, it's done. Okay, let's just move on.
Right.
It's all right. Yeah.
Right. And you've stepped into multiple shoes in your life. You've tried so many things and all that. So how do you think this affected the way you identify yourself? Or throughout our lives, we take so much time to find ourselves and to kind of feel like we know our identity. So trying out multiple things in life, how does that affect this part of your journey?
I think nothing is planned, right, in life. When things just come our way, if you can seize the opportunity and give it your best shot, there'll be only two outcomes. Either you really do very well in it, or you realize, okay, this is not my cup of tea. Alhamdulillah, I've been blessed that I've got a very supportive family where my mom, she encouraged all of us. We are four siblings, and she's always asked us to try out new things.
That's nice.
So whether it's activities, sports, dramatics, because in all of that you will find a piece of you.
True.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And nothing goes to waste. All these skill sets that we learn in throughout that time of growing. You discover yourself and have a lot of learnings, and that's what the whole thing makes you, right? It's not just one aspect.
But you've tried like one thing and the opposite. Like you're still doing it. Corporate life, and then MC, host, and acting in like totally different industries, and they require totally different disciplines and totally different mindset. So how do you not lose yourself in all of it?
I think the whole fun is that you just keep discovering yourself, and once I've heard one of a very famous Bollywood actor saying that the reason why I love being an actor is because I can be multiple personalities.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. So it's something like that. So when you're at your office, you are that serious Excel sheets, your PowerPoint,
true.
your forecast, and you're trying to have that corporate life. Probably we can imagine suits or something like that, right?
True. Very true.
And then when you are at your media front, where you have all the audience and people, you are larger than life, and you enjoy all that attention. I enjoy both lives, actually. I thoroughly do. Whenever I get time out to pursue my passion, that is to be in front of the audience, whether it be it acting, modeling, voiceover, emceeing shows, I'll just deal them. Whether if I have to wake up at 4 a.m, I'll do that. Because I think
lovely.
Probably that's where I really find I'm in my space, I'm in my element. And we all need to survive. We all need a job. We need to pay our bills, isn't
True.
it? So
Very
yes,
true.
the corporate job also helps.
Yeah. I mean, what is it? When did you realize that this is what I want to do? Like, why Fly Dubai, or why the entire airline thing?
So airline is extremely interesting. If there's anyone who's watching who's working in the airport, will know every day is like a new sheet of paper with new problems, new issues, and that just exercises your brain to think differently. Right? It's not the same monotonous job that you do if you're working in the airport, and the shifts and the kind of people you meet from various walks of life. Sometimes you have to go way beyond your duty to help them out. So that's very satisfying. And then that also from working from the airport right now, I'm working for Fly Dubai Holidays. So that also I really enjoy because it's all about curating holiday packages. And when you send people out there for packages, because people, they really save up and they really dream about, let's say, seeing snow or probably, visiting a festival, and when you actually send them to that vacation and when they come back and share the experiences with you, that's very satisfying, right? When you hear that, oh, we did this, they share pictures and everything. Now, the media life also has its own perks, right? You are surrounded with people, and I think that whole fact that the whole thing is in your hands, and you have to ensure that you bring all the smiles on everyone's face. I think that's where I get my kick.
Okay.
So whether it's setting up a family for a holiday vacation, they enjoying and sharing the happy stories, or you do a great job, of an event, and everybody comes and says, yes, you entertained us really well. That's where I get my adrenaline from.
And what's like one moment that like you felt the most proud of? Like this one moment where everything makes perfect sense, everything falls into place, and you feel like it was all worth it.
I think probably the every instant when any task was given, and probably maybe the opposite person didn't expect you to stand up and deliver the way they thought. They probably just they didn't believe in you that much, and when you do really well, I think that's when it's all worth it. So that's like a happy win inside you.
Yes, exactly.
Isn't it?
I mean, we try different things, and we might seem resilient and kind of, having it all figured out, but then we're trying, but we're drained, we're tired, we're exhausted. But then there's this one moment where you feel like, oh, it all makes sense now. I'm definitely doing this for a reason. Can you remember this like one time you felt like, yeah, this is it?
So there are multiple instances where, like, how you feel that, oh, this is it, I'm done, I'm out. But I think if you know what your purpose is and what for who you're doing it and why you're doing it, I think the inner strength will come. And for me, it's my son. I want to tell him the story. I want him to see me living this story and understand that it's not just one task that we are born here to do. It's not going to be just an 8 to 5 job that he's supposed to do. We have so much inside us, and we have to tap into every opportunity that we have. So that again comes back from my upbringing, because my parents, they never allowed us to sit in one place. Like, we never had the afternoon naps after school. Mom was like, why should you nap? You die and then you nap forever. Yeah. Till then you have to live. Till your heart is beating, you have to be up with something, whether it's drawing or coloring or dancing, singing, horse riding. Mom is ice skating. Mom has pushed us into all. And we had we as kids, I think that was the best, more than iPad, is the best stimulant, right? That you're always active. Oh, wow, this is something new. This is something new. We never got bored of it. And that's the same thing that I'm showing even my son, Adam, that there's so much to do in life. So he loves to hear my stories that, okay, Mama is working hard. Mama's going to the office. We're doing this because we have to do this as a family. I want to send you to a fine university. And he's like, okay. I said, what do you want to become in life? And then he says, Mama, then why do you do shows? I said, because that gives me more happiness. And that's where I am. So he's like, so Fly Dubai is for me? I said, yes. Mama works for Fly Dubai for you, so Mama can send you to a good school, can buy you all your favorite toys or take you around the world. And then when Mama gets a little bit of time, Mama wants to do Mama shows. So I want him to understand that as much as you're fulfilling your responsibilities, you also need to ensure that you're taken care also. So find out that one element, one activity that where you connect to, where you feel you've forgotten everything around the world. That could be just reading. So my son likes to paint. That's his space. He likes to sculpt. That's his space. He can sit there for hours. So just, that's the place where you actually kind of relax, unwind. And I think these are those moments that actually, when you come back home tired and you see everything is in place, you're like, yeah, I'll do this. Even if I'm tired, you know what? I'll get the energy to do it, because my son's growing well. I'm able to fulfill all his wishes. That gives me the inner strength. So even if you feel tired, you'll be like, It's okay,
It's
Allah.
worth it.
Yeah, you know what? Give me the strength. It's okay.
Yeah,
I'll just probably
yeah.
take a power nap and I'll be fine.
I'll be fine. Exactly. I'll
you know?
sleep it off. It's
yeah.
okay.
So you doubt yourself. You think you like how you said we think we figured life out, but trust me, no one has.
Sure.
But then we just with that for me, it's I bank on Allah. I'll just say Allah, just please show me the way. I have no clue where am I going with this. I hope I'm going to a place. God, just guide me. That's all I always say in the morning. Allah, please guide me. Just take care of me. Just show me the right path. Help me to choose what's right and help me to recognize opportunities that will help me grow. That's it. That's my prayer.
That's beautiful.
And then, the path just opens up eventually.
I mean, you're doing peak personal development on a daily basis. Honestly, you're doing the work every day. And as you tap into like a new personality or as you learn new things about yourself, you basically tap into a totally different zone and you start unlearning things about yourself. So what's the one thing that you've unlearned, or like not one thing, 3 things you unlearned about yourself as you started tapping into your new personalities?
Number 1, Chewy hates to share food. I never like to share my food. I think the only person I can share my food is with my son.
Okay.
It's one thing I had to unlearn that I have to learn to share my food. But I think a lot of things come with, we being more organized, I think, as a parent, or we being more patient. And one, there was this, I came across this, I think, one of the reels, something where we put our best foot forward, right? When I'm talking to you or I'm meeting anyone externally, right? But then we take it for granted that I can just go and throw a tantrum at my mom and I can just shout at my son. I can just, throw things around and it'll be accepted. And so the quote was that, why don't your, inner circle people deserve the best version of you?
True.
Why is it only the external
people? True.
So that is one thing I really worked on. And for me, the knack was basically very simple. Once I finish off from work, yes, you have a hectic day, and then I just sit there for 10 minutes in the car. I listen to my favorite music or anything. That'll just get me a little bit more happy and everything. So then when I enter home, I'm not like, oh, Adi, what is that? Mama is so tired. I'll be like, hey, Adi, what's up? How are you? So he gets to see the best version of me, even if it is for an hour, even if I reached home that late. So that's where that's what I taught myself. Because before I would come, I'm like, I'm tired. Okay, just, no, please, nobody, just don't talk to me. I'm very moody today. I'll just say that. So why is that? So I think that's one quality I also...
that's beautiful, honestly.
Yeah, I imbibed.
I mean, sitting and like doing the work and reflecting on your life and all that, it requires a certain kind of resilience. So how do you think you build up this resilience?
I think it's a lot to do with your own experiences from your childhood or from your external, all the experience that you've gained in life. See, the good things are great, right? You celebrate it. And the not so good things, you just know that I don't want to be that person, or I don't want to imbibe that quality. And I have this habit. I really always observe people. I love, I love imbibing. Like, oh, wow, Lucian is so calm. I like the way she is. I want to imbibe that quality. Oh, that person, he's so composed. I like to watch people and see what qualities they have and try to imbibe it. And there are some things that when I see which is not so pleasant, I just say, okay, that's not who I'm going to be when I'm in that position of power or at that stage of life. So be it whether you're a friend or a mother or a daughter or a wife, that's, you just choose what you want to pick and what you don't want to.
And what you don't want to pick, yeah. I agree. And can you tell me a little bit about the challenges that you faced when you were trying to, like when you first decided you want to do more than one thing? What are the most challenging things that you faced?
So I think, in challenges also, if you bring a bit of humor to it, it just becomes more lighter, right?
I agree.
To remember.
I agree.
So I used to have the habit, I still do have the habit of speaking in front of the mirror. I love speaking in front of the mirror. I'll have the set and the scene and the attire, everything before my eyes, and I will do it. And my mom used to always see, why is she always talking in front of the mirror? And so it's all started off from there. And there was a Malayalam channel that was starting off from Dubai and broadcasting from Dubai, and they wanted, television presenters. And my mom said, okay, come, let's go. And I used to be really influenced by MTV. And there was this very well known, he's a very well known presenter. His name is Nikhil Chinappa, and I used to love the swag he has. So every time when I would come back from school, it would be his program on television, and I would see all the rings on his fingers, his swag, the way he speaks, and I was just very curious. I'm like, wow, I want to be like him. It was just a thought. Anyhow, we go for the audition, and since it was a Malayalam channel, all the girls and boys would come there. Were very ethnically dressed and spoke the language so well. I didn't know Malayalam back then as well as how I can speak right now. And so I just went with my pant and shirt, and I'm like, okay, I'm cool. Yeah, with my ponytail back, and I'm like, all right, let's see what happens. So they called me for the audition. Very simple. They said, all right, that's a light. This is the camera. Just give a random telephone number and say this is a music show, and just welcome and just take the call. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm like, oh yeah, that's just like how that presenter Nikhil Chinappa does. And they're like, all right, 3, 2, 1. And I'm like, yo, what's up? You are watching your VJ Bubbles. They're like, oh my God. That was so not what they had in mind. And they said, could you please speak in Malayalam? I'm like, that's it. All that fuel and energy just like drained away because it's not one of my strengths. And I don't know how, with my broken Malayalam, I managed the whole scenario.
Wow.
Yes, they were mocked. They're like, what's VJ? What did she think of herself? And people were really laughing, and you could hear all the murmurs on the side. I think there was only one gentleman there who thought that, no, I think she's got really crazy ideas. I think I would like to take her on board. So it's that one person in life who gives you that opportunity, who thinks that, okay, maybe, let me give her a benefit of the doubt, or let me just give her an opportunity. And that's how I landed up with my first show, which covered up all the events taking place in Dubai. So from shopping festival to Maidan to, any art gallery, everywhere, fashion walks, I have covered it all.
Wow.
And that was at a very young age of 16. So yes, for me, I was just a young girl enjoying being in front of the camera and being at my element. But I think because I come from a Muslim family and we are conservative, and being part of media is not very well accepted, probably how it is, as much it is now. So again, Alhamdulillah, I thank my parents for actually backing me up, because they said, what, because people don't know, right? When you don't know something and you've just heard like 10 people saying, oh, you know what, that coffee is not good. That coffee is not good. You may have not even tried that coffee. So the next person will say, yeah, I heard that coffee is also not good, right? Till you don't try it. So people have that notion about media, even now. But thankfully, my parents stood by my back. They said, you know what, we know how we've raised her, and she enjoys doing it. Go ahead, let's just let she fly. And Alhamdulillah, from there, from hosting shows, I started producing the show. And then that opened various avenues to modeling, to acting, to voiceover, to then, handling larger like corporate shows and everything. Those challenges at that time, what I felt, today, those same people probably take pride and say that we know her. Because we all have a choice.
True.
And we can wave up the way we want.
True.
And play the way we want. So
true. And people could just judge you all they want, but once you've actually done the work and you succeed and everything, that's when they cheer for you. So yeah, it's life.
Whether they cheer or not, Lucian, I think at the end of the day, when you're back home and you're about to sleep, if you can face your conscience and you can say, yeah, it was a fine day, I enjoyed it. If you can sleep in peace, I think it's sorted.
True. Very true. Yeah, agreed. And you've interviewed very important people, right? And I think you've done an interview with Shah Rukh Khan, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? What was going on in your mind before that?
I still feel it was a dream. Yeah. I remember telling him it was for his movie Zero. And I told him, I said, trust me, it was like really as if you made my life. You made me from a zero to a hero. Wow. So again, I always believe that, with the moment when sometimes we feel drained and we feel we don't know where we're heading with all this, and you feel that, I think, I might as well just pack my bags and just go. That's when Allah will give you that one chance and say, hey, not yet.
Yes.
So I think I was probably at quite a bit of a low during that phase. And I still remember I was at work and I just get this call and they say that, okay, we have something for you. There's a very important person here and you're one of the, candidates who are shortlisted to interview him. I said, who is the person? They said, it's Shah Rukh Khan.
Wow.
I'm like, I was just trying to contain my smile and we asked composed, I'm like, okay. So he's like my best friend. Yeah. I can just call and speak to him. I'm like, okay. And I didn't allow myself to get too excited because what if it does not happen, right? Because the other candidates were quite experienced themselves. Okay. And then they just called and said, you know what, it's yours. And I'm like, really? And I remember going and dressing up and going for the interview. I remember seeing all those bouncers, the tight security. I always felt maybe right now they might just say, no, it's not going to happen. Yes, sorry, the interview is cancelled or Shah Rukh Khan had to leave or something. So I just didn't believe it. I just kept it so close to my heart. I didn't reveal to you. I just told my mom, I said, Mom, pray for me that everything goes well. We reached there and we were only given 7 minutes. And the funny part was that, again, going back, the person who had to, interview me, he said, Ninin, can you just somehow try to get 30 minutes? I'm like, how is that possible? They're like, yeah, you got to do something. And then they're like, oh, shall we give him something, so that it's like a memoir from our channel. And, so they were like, why don't we do a coffee cup? I said, no, that's pretty, many people have done that in their show. Let's not do that. And they're like, okay, what will we do? I said, why don't we go to that art gallery where, we put the image inside a crystal and the light comes from beneath. And they're like, no, we don't have the budget for that. I said, because it's too short notice. So he's like, we need to think of something. I said, okay, you know what, just get a mirror. Just from day to day or I'll just get a mirror. And he's like, what are you going to do? I said, I don't know, just get the mirror. And so there is this character called Shikari Shambhu. Okay, it's a very famous character from from Tinkle books. They're like Archie comics and everything. They had fables and stories with morals. So Shikari Shambhu is a hunter who actually just gets very lucky. He just gets this idea at this on the spot, on the spur of the moment, and he just becomes a hero. So I said, just get the mirror, we'll figure out something. And we're there, we're standing, we're waiting for a turn. And I still remember that we were so nervous, we didn't know which side to sit, and they're like, everything was very timed. That Shah Rukh Khan will enter in 60 seconds. And they were doing a countdown of 60 seconds that he's going to enter. Before that, they wanted to know what is my name. Because they said Shah Rukh always likes to address his interviews by their name. So it's not like hi. He won't say, hi, Lujain, how are you?
Okay.
So when they say 3, 2, 1, the door opens, snaps, Shah Rukh walks in and he says, hi. So my nickname is Bablu. So he's like, hi, Bablu. I'm like, oh, wow. My God, I'll just faint. And you only have 7 minutes and you can't take a retake. Ooh. So you imagine the pressure at that time. And we just sit and I said, shall I just run the questions by you? And, shall we start? He's like, yeah, we're okay. And they're like, please, quick, come on, we don't have time. Because he had to go to another event. And I remember I said, I just prayed, I said, Allah, please don't make me fumble. Just one take. I need to do it really, really well. Yes. And at one shot, I just went, Alhamdulillah. So after 7 minutes, at the backdrop, you can see the producer, the organizers, the bouncers all showing us like time up. Okay, they're showing us time up because he has to go. And I can see them all quarreling and they're like, telling, no, please, just some time, please. They all are negotiating over there. And I'm speaking to Shah Rukh Khan and smiling as if, all this should not affect me.
Yes.
So that's the Shikari Shambhu moment. I just thought, you know what, they wouldn't have the guts to come in front of the camera and cut the interview. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity of mine. Who cares about 7 minutes? I'm going to interview the entire thing. And I got an entire 35 minutes of interview. Because I said, how can they would not dare, right, to come in from the camera and say, okay, that's it, enough, go. So I said, you know what? I'll just take my whole moment. I asked him all the questions, everything. I got all the content that I wanted. And now it's the mirror. And I'm like wondering what to do. I said, we have a mirror, Shah Rukh. And he's like, all right. And then I'm thinking, Allah, what will I do with this mirror? I'm like, could you please autograph on this mirror so we can mirror your life and be inspired by it? I'm like,
what am I doing?
And he loved it. He's like, oh yes, that's like marrying me. I said, yes, who wouldn't want to marry you? And he signs up on the mirror. And I'm like, this 10 dirham Al-Kabail mirror is now priceless.
Is now worth wow.
I till then I didn't know what am I going to do with this mirror.
Yes.
So well, that was that moment, and Alhamdulillah, I was very glad that. And that elevated my profile, and the kind of gigs. Then you just your positioning in the market just changes.
Yes, of course.
And yeah, it was a dream come true moment. It was. He is extremely humble, extremely sweet. He ensures that you're comfortable,
Yeah.
and I think he is known the King of Khan for that reason, because
Yeah.
he's extremely respectful. He does not have any air about himself, and the fact that he addresses you by your name, those small things,
Yes.
that is what matters. And that's what I'm saying. You learn that as you grow, you become more grounded.
True.
And
Very true.
so it was really a very special moment.
That's I'll ask you like 3 more questions, and I'll try to keep them like super short. So first thing I want to ask you, what's one thing, like it's raw and unseen and everything. So what is one thing you had to do, like kind of an inner work that you had to do, and it made a huge change in your life, but people didn't, like only you were able to witness this change? Like one thing you did inside, like inner work. No one got to know about it.
Wow, now that's got me thinking. I'm really thinking, what's the inner work I do? I said, one thing that at least what keeps me going is I've never given up, no matter what everybody says, what everybody thinks. And I think that's very, very difficult, because there are points when I really break down and I have my moments that this is it. And like how I told you, every single time I feel, yeah, this is it, I can't do this anymore. I always get those opportunities and those signs from Allah that says that it's not over yet.
It's not yet.
He gives me those, it's like those kind of those small, whether be it's an opportunity to act, or it's an opportunity to host a show, or it's a promotion at work, or it's a successful project that's gone through, that whenever I doubt, he says, it's not. Don't be so hard on yourself. And I think that's where, because every time I'll say, okay, I think maybe I don't have it in me. No, I think maybe I should just like wind up. And every single that happens, something, then I keep thinking, oh, maybe Allah, I should always just say I can't do it.
Yes.
Maybe just give me more opportunities. But, I think that's the most important thing that we all have in ourselves. We all doubt ourselves. We all have our points of when we want to give up. And if we can just tell ourselves that no, not yet.
Yeah.
And just, it's okay. Today you might feel very crappy about yourself. Just sleep it. I'm telling you, just sleep. Sleep really helps you out.
That's true. And just
go.
wake up.
That's the time when you actually do what you want to do. So whether it's the food or the movie or the person or the activity that you want to do, just do that, so that you don't really go very, very hard on yourself, and you don't go through that spiral burrow and kind of beat yourself up. So that's one inner work I've done, because multiple times I have felt no. Yeah. And I think the only thing you should say that it's not over yet.
Yes, it's not over yet.
Yeah.
True. And what would you say, what advice would you give to people that are torn between 2 identities, or torn between what they have to do and what they want to do?
Oh, that's okay. You know what? We all go through that. I would say, do it anyways. You do want to be that version, don't be the version. I think that really helps. There are times when you want to be a people pleaser today, be a people pleaser. You want to be nasty tomorrow, be a nasty tomorrow. You want to be rude. You know what? Eventually 2 things will happen. One, if people can't stand that behavior, they'll call you out. Okay? So that'll be a trigger for you to understand that, hey, let me just recoup myself. Am I being too harsh on Lujan? Am I just like bashing at her and just going at her? So you will just say, listen, Ninin, okay, I see you're going through a bad phase, but please. So then I'll have to recoup myself and work on myself. So be who you are. Your tone, it's fine. You know what? It's not a great feeling to feel confused and torn and not wanting to know what to do and how to go about it. You know what? Just still go through it. Just keep doing what you're doing. It will be very confusing. You will have no idea. You will feel, I don't know, why am I doing this on this earth? Maybe I should not even be alive. All these thoughts will cross your mind. Still do it. Still do it. Because at the end of the day, one day or the other, it will show up. I feel no work goes wasted. No activity that you pursue, your skill, let's say even this podcast, anything, nothing will go wasted. It will. Maybe if today you might have just 5 or 6 views or followers or whatever, it will hit a point. There will be that one magical point because it's your consistency. We say in our, we say Nam Padi Devam Padi, which means you do half of the work and leave the rest to God.
Yes, true.
The point is that we all want to play God. Yeah, we all want to know what the result is going to be. We all want to know what's the outcome going to be. Don't. Just do your part. Just seriously, just do your part. So be who you want to be. You will understand, okay, that's not right. I'm being a little too bad there. Let me just, that's not good. You will have that internal conversation. And then, you know what, your ways will open up for you. People who can stay will stay. People who can't stay will even go away. So that's okay.
Well, I thank you so much, and I really enjoyed.
I hope you like that answer.
Yes, of course.
It gave me clarity. Where are you from, Lujane?
Egypt.
Egypt. Oh, very nice. I went to Al-Amin last year.
Oh, how did you like it?
It is like Maldives. It's so beautiful.
Yes,
I was like, white sand, blue. Why wasn't this place discovered sooner?
Yes.
And the properties are amazing. The food,
Yes,
the people.
true.
And then we did like one day we just did a whole trip to Cairo. And then we went to the pyramids. We really like timed ourselves so we could see everything.
That's really
It was really nice. I think it was Khalili Street or Khaliki Street. Yeah.
Yes.
We went there. There's a mosque over there and everything. And it was really nice. We shopped, ate, and we roamed.
It's full of wonders, honestly.
It's very nice.
I'm so happy you went there.
Yeah, I did. I was like, why am I being, when we had to go to Al-Amin, I was like, okay, what is Al-Amin? What is going to be there? I was like, oh my God, it was Zen. You be there. And all the people from Cairo are there, actually.
Yes,
true. So they say the royal family and all comes here. They showed us where the royal family stays. There's a separate villa and there's a huge address properties and so many. I think Amar Diab has an apartment that he owns there, and many other people. So they were showing you, this is Amar Diab. I said, let's go.
Please take me there.
I want to stand in front of his door and say, I have come right outside his house.
I mean, honestly, it's amazing.
It's a very, very
There's
nice
still
country.
other places you need to go to. I'll let you know, like where exactly. Yes. And then thank you so much for opening up today and talking about all sorts of things with me. I really appreciate it, and I love today. Like it's very special and eye-opening and inspirational, honestly.
Thank you, Lojane. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for inviting me over.
Of course.
It was fun. It was fun speaking
same here. So today's story teaches us resilience, discipline, presence, courage, and curiosity. This is Lojane, and you've been listening to Raw and Unseen Marketing Moves. See you next week.